Hello, everyone. Star Wars Hunters, the latest 4v4 hero shooter set in the iconic Star Wars universe, offers players an immersive experience with its nostalgic music and richly designed characters. The game features 13 unique hunters, each fitting into one of the classic roles: damage, tank, and support. This blend of roles ensures a balanced gameplay experience, although, like any competitive shooter, certain characters currently dominate the meta due to their particularly powerful or underwhelming abilities. Despite the overall balance, the game's meta evolves with each update, making some hunters more favorable picks than others. The ranking of these characters as of June 6th highlights the disparities in their abilities. Players often gravitate towards the most broken characters to maximize their effectiveness in matches, while others may prefer niche picks that suit specific playstyles or strategies. Understanding the strengths and weaknesses of each hunter is crucial for forming a well-rounded team and achieving victory in the intense battles that Star Wars Hunters offers. I'm quickly moving on to the video, and I'm ranking characters in Star Wars Hunters. Before we start, if you enjoy these types of tier list videos, don't forget to like the video and subscribe. Enjoy watching! My friends, only 0.1% of viewers subscribe. If you like this type of content, please do not forget to subscribe to the channel. Thank you in advance for your support. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right: Zaina. Zaina currently sits in the D tier within the Star Wars Hunters meta, struggling to find her place among the available support characters. Compared to her counterparts, Zaina falls short in both damage output and healing efficiency. Sprocket outshines her in offensive capabilities, while Skora excels with superior healing output. Zaina's abilities primarily focus on healing and include a mobile dodge roll to evade attacks. However, this is not enough to make her stand out when Skora offers similar burst healing through her ultimate and boasts even better mobility with her sprint ability. As it stands, Zaina feels like a weaker version of Skora in almost every aspect. Her kit does not provide a significant advantage or unique utility that would justify her selection over the other supports. In a game where every character's role and effectiveness can drastically impact the outcome, Zaina's lackluster performance in both primary support functions, healing and evasion, renders her less viable. Until she receives a balance update or a rework, Zaina remains overshadowed by the more robust options available in the current meta. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Char, Graz, and Utuni. Char stands out as a unique tank in Star Wars Hunters, known for his ability to inflict high damage at close range. His kit includes a healing ability that aids in closing the gap between him and his enemies, making him a formidable opponent in the right hands. Additionally, his ultimate ability can be terrifying under the right circumstances, providing a significant advantage in close-quarter battles. However, the scenarios where Char can truly shine are relatively rare, making him a less consistent choice in most team compositions. The main challenge with Char is finding the optimal setup and team synergy to leverage his strengths effectively. While a skilled player might unlock his potential and find ways to utilize his eccentric abilities to their fullest, the current meta does not favor him. Consequently, until more strategies are developed around his unique kit, Char remains a character with untapped potential rather than a reliable pick for most players. Graz excels in 1v1 and even 2v1 scenarios, making him a dominant force in direct confrontations. His high damage output and aggressive playstyle allow him to pressure enemies and control engagements effectively. However, Graz's weaknesses become apparent when the opposing team adapts and learns to counter his approach. Once the enemy team focuses their fire on him and maintains a distance, Graz struggles to stay in the fight and becomes much easier to neutralize. Despite these vulnerabilities, Graz can still be a formidable opponent when paired with a consistent healer who can keep him alive in prolonged battles. His imposing presence and raw power make him a fearsome adversary in the right situations, but his reliance on close-range engagements and susceptibility to coordinated attacks limit his overall effectiveness in a well-coordinated team setting. Utuni offers a versatile kit centered around the ability to switch between two weapons, each designed for optimal performance at different ranges. This flexibility allows Utuni to adapt to various combat scenarios and deal solid damage in both close and mid-range encounters. However, the remainder of Utuni's abilities focus more on distraction tactics rather than direct damage output, lacking any significant mobility or damage mitigation. The lack of mobility and bulkiness makes Utuni a less viable option in most fights, as the character can be easily targeted and taken down by more agile or durable opponents. While the dual weapon mechanic is intriguing and can be effective in the right hands, Utuni's overall fragility and limited survivability hinder their performance in the current meta. For Utuni to be a more appealing choice, there would need to be adjustments to enhance their survivability or provide more impactful abilities in combat. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Slingshot, Amara Vex, Sprocket, and Diago. Slingshot in Star Wars. Hunters operate similarly to Wrecking Ball from Overwatch 2, designed to roll into the heat of battle and disrupt enemy formations. His ultimate ability, Trickshot, along with his passive skills, excel in knocking enemies back, slowing them down, and generally creating chaos on the battlefield. Slingshot is an excellent choice for players who understand how to leverage his disruptive capabilities effectively, making him a valuable asset when used strategically within a coordinated team. However, Slingshot's effectiveness heavily relies on the player's familiarity with his strengths and the team's ability to adapt around his playstyle. Without these prerequisites, Slingshot may struggle to make a significant impact, potentially leaving the team vulnerable. Mastery of his abilities and timing is crucial for maximizing his potential and ensuring that his disruptive presence translates into tangible advantages during combat. Amara Vex stands out as a versatile damage dealer, capable of delivering solid damage output at any range. Her primary weapon and abilities make her a formidable opponent, but her grappling ability hints at a preference for long-distance engagements. This makes sense, given her lack of bulk and damage mitigation, suggesting that players should keep her at a safe distance to maximize her effectiveness in battle. Despite her strengths, Amara Vex's grappling ability is currently hindered by some janky mechanics. The game's maps don't always seem designed to accommodate this feature, leading to situations where grappling becomes ineffective or even pointless. This limitation can be a significant drawback, potentially reducing her overall utility and making it challenging for players to fully exploit her capabilities. Sprocket brings a balanced mix of damage and healing to the table, carving out a niche with one of the best damage mitigation abilities in Star Wars, Hunters. This character's main drawback is a lack of mobility, which can be a critical weakness in fast-paced battles. While Sprocket's passive grants a movement speed boost at critical health, leveraging this boost can be tricky, as reaching critical health often means imminent death. Despite this limitation, Sprocket excels in a supportive role, providing valuable assistance to the team through a variety of supporting moves. These abilities are great for hindering enemies, supporting allies, and dealing damage, making Sprocket a versatile and indispensable member of any team when played correctly. Diago is the quintessential sniper in Star Wars, Hunters, offering solid long-range damage in a straightforward playstyle. His ultimate ability amplifies his shots, allowing him to deal devastating damage, while his other abilities enhance his map awareness and mobility. Diago's grappling move, similar to Amara Vex's, suffers from the same janky mechanics, which can sometimes limit its effectiveness. In a 4vs4 hero shooter like Star Wars, Hunters finding a role for a dedicated sniper like Diago can be challenging. His lack of supportive or objective-pushing abilities means that his inclusion on a team must be carefully considered. When in the right hands, however, Diago can provide crucial long-range support and pick off key targets, making him a valuable asset under the right circumstances. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Arental and J3DI. Arental, a formidable presence in the ranks of Star Wars hunters, embodies the essence of high-speed warfare with his unparalleled agility and devastating fire-based assaults. As a damage character, Arental excels in swift engagements, leveraging his jetpack prowess to dart in and out of combat with unparalleled finesse. His ability to unleash bursts of damage before swiftly retreating makes him a daunting adversary, particularly for those unaccustomed to his lightning-fast tactics. However, against seasoned opponents who possess a keen understanding of his capabilities and movement patterns, mastering Arental's dynamic playstyle becomes a true test of skill and strategy. In the chaotic battlegrounds of Star Wars hunters, Arental stands out as a master of hit-and-run tactics, utilizing his mobility to maintain a constant threat to his foes. Whether soaring through the air with his jetpack or unleashing fiery barrages upon unsuspecting adversaries, he embodies the epitome of a hit-and-fade combatant. Yet, as with any formidable warrior, Arental's effectiveness hinges not only on his own prowess, but also on the skill and awareness of those who command him. In the hands of a skilled player, Arental becomes a force to be reckoned with, leaving a trail of devastation in his wake as he maneuvers through the chaos of battle. In the realm of Star Wars hunters, J3DI stands as a formidable force, serving as the antithesis to Reeves' prowess. Armed with a lightsaber and a keen sense of combat, J3DI mirrors Reeves' ability to deflect projectiles, making him a threat to ranged adversaries. However, despite sharing this skill, J3DI's offensive capabilities pale in comparison to his counterpart. While he boasts a passive ability that enhances his durability, his damaging attacks render him somewhat of a lesser version of Reeve. Despite this, J3DI remains a force to be reckoned with, thanks in part to his faux pull stun, which adds a layer of strategic advantage to his arsenal. Though overshadowed by Reeves' dominance, J3DI's unique strengths ensure his relevance in the competitive landscape of Star Wars hunters. His ability to sustain damage and disrupt enemy movements with well-timed stuns solidify his position as a top-tier contender. While Reeve may outshine him in raw offensive power, J3DI's tactical utility and adaptability ensure that he remains a force to be respected on the battlefield, offering a dynamic alternative for players seeking a different approach to lightsaber combat in the game. The characters in this tier are, in order from top left to bottom right, Skora, Sentinel, and Reeve. In Star Wars hunters, Skora stands out as an S-tier character with a distinctive healer role, adept at providing crucial support on the battlefield while maintaining a safe distance from harm. Skora's design emphasizes high mobility, allowing her to swiftly navigate the chaos of combat and offer healing to allies when and where it's needed most. However, what truly sets Skora apart is her ultimate ability, Unstable Cocktail, which fundamentally alters the game dynamics. During its duration, Skora becomes a formidable force, difficult to eliminate and punishing to any foe who dares to challenge her presence. This ultimate ability not only ensures a significant advantage in securing point captures in modes like power control and dynamic control, but also capitalizes on Skora's mobility to swiftly charge and utilize it before her adversaries can react. Skora's unparalleled combination of healing prowess and resilience granted by her ultimate makes her a dominant force in Star Wars hunters. With the ability to turn the tide of battle and secure objectives with relative ease, she remains a top pick for players seeking a strategic advantage on the battlefield. Her kit not only reinforces her supportive role, but also elevates her to a status where opponents must carefully consider their approach, lest they fall victim to Skora's potent abilities. In the realm of Star Wars hunters, few contenders stand as formidable as Sentinel. With an arsenal that tips the scales of balance, Sentinel ascends to the coveted S-tier status within the game's competitive landscape. Boasting a loadout that reads like a laundry list of overpowered attributes, Sentinel embodies the epitome of a force to be reckoned with. Armed with a formidable shield, a stunning ability that leaves adversaries reeling, and a relentless stream of damage output that seems almost inexhaustible, Sentinel strikes fear into the hearts of foes with each calculated move. Yet, It's the culmination of these powers under the umbrella of an ultimate ability that truly solidifies Sentinel's dominance on the battlefield. The deployment of backup clones not only adds a layer of tactical complexity, but also inundates opponents with relentless suppression, turning the tide of battle decisively in Sentinel's favor. However, amidst the awe-inspiring prowess lies a singular weakness: mobility. While Sentinel may be a juggernaut in terms of offense and defense, the shackles of limited mobility tether him to specific areas of engagement. This Achilles' heel serves as a beacon for savvy adversaries who seek to exploit this vulnerability by maneuvering around the battlefield with agility and precision. Despite this drawback, Sentinel's overwhelming strength and versatility ensure his place as a cornerstone of any team composition, where his imposing presence and devastating capabilities tilt the scales of victory in favor of those wise enough to harness his might. Reeve stands tall among the Star Wars Hunters characters, earning her a well-deserved spot in the coveted S tier. Her mere presence on the battlefield demands attention, forcing all players to divert their focus towards her formidable prowess. With an unmatched ability to unleash devastating damage, Reeve becomes a force to be reckoned with, making her an indispensable asset to any team. Her passive skill not only enhances her mobility, but also amplifies her already formidable damage output, tipping the scales in her favor. And when she unleashes her ultimate ability, the already overwhelming pressure she exerts becomes downright oppressive, leaving adversaries scrambling to devise a strategy against her relentless onslaught. Though vulnerable when surrounded, Reeve's exceptional mobility often proves to be her saving grace, turning the tables on those who dare to challenge her supremacy. In the diverse roster of Star Wars Hunters characters, Reeve shines as a beacon of power and dominance, embodying the essence of a true force to be reckoned with. Whether leading the charge into battle or turning the tide of conflict with her devastating abilities, Reeve's impact on the battlefield is undeniable. With every move she makes, she cements her status as a formidable opponent, leaving a lasting impression on both allies and foes alike. In the ever-shifting dynamics of battle, Reeve remains a constant presence, a testament to her unparalleled strength and unwavering resolve. As players navigate the tumultuous arena of Star Wars Hunters, they would be wise to keep a watchful eye on Reeve, for she is a force that cannot be ignored. The video ends here. See you in another video. Don't forget to subscribe.